up? It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to Vlogmas day 22. Oh, not me kicking my stack of books over. You see how I didn't hesitate there? Because it's the 22nd day of Vlogmas and this is my this is my 22 books I want to read in 2022, and I made it a point to get it uploaded on the 22nd, and I told Jesse about it today and they thought it was fucking stupid, so there's that. I have a list on my phone because y'all know me, I forget everything. Also, speaking of forgetting everything, I probably need to use Goodreads for the synopsis for a lot of these, especially the new releases, so just so you know. Yeah, so I'm gonna have like a mix of new releases in the upcoming year and backlist books that I just want to get to in 2022 that I didn't get to in 2021. Okay, so we're gonna get started because this is gonna be a long ass video. Also, I'm standing today and it's kind of weird because my freaking handheld tripod broke again, so I'm still waiting on the new one to come in. The first book that I want to read in 2022 that I'm definitely going to read because it's a book club pick for April for my full moon book club. You didn't know I run a book club all by myself. All the information is always linked down below. There's a Google form, not required, but helps me put faces to names, helps me get to know you a little bit more. Our live shows are always on the full moon of every month, so if you miss an announcement on my Instagram, you can just Google the full moon for that month. Number one is A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. If you missed that next 3 book club picks announcement video, that will also be linked down below. So, A Magic Steeped in Poison is a Chinese-inspired fantasy where this girl named Nang, something like that, accidentally poisons her mom and her sister with tea that she made, and then in order to reverse that, she enters this competition for like tea making and stuff to like decide who in the kingdom is the best tea maker or whatever. The cover is stunning and it reminds me a lot of A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, which was a really good book, so excited for that one. Also, if you hear some clickety clacketing, Kevin's playing a game in the background, so that's that on that. Number 2, these aren't like in order of like priority, I guess, just so y'all know. Number 2, The Bone Orchard by, I only heard about this book like a couple days ago when I watched Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction talk about her most anticipated reads for 2022, so let me phone a friend. Okay, so it's by Sarah A. Mueller and it comes out March 22nd. Oh, A Magic Steeped in Gold comes out March something. Wait, did I say Magic Steeped in Gold? Magic Steeped in Poison, which is steeped in gold. Fuck me up. This one comes out, oh, they both come out March 22nd. Look at that. Okay, so The Bone Orchard. First of all, the cover is so cute. The skeleton hand with her, I can't. And I think this has like really okay, yeah. So gothic vibes. There's a witch involved. There's necromancy. There's a decision to be made. And I've talked about this in a recent video, but one of my favorite tropes is when a morally gray character, or it doesn't have to be, has to make a big decision, like a really important one. You know, like save their family or like lose their powers or some shit, you know? So that happens here. The main character's name is Charm. Regrown bone trees at Orchard House and the secrets of their marrow. Charm is a prisoner and a survivor. She tends the trees and their clattering fruit for the sake of her children. Charm is a whore and a madam. The wealthy and powerful Beauregard come to her house to buy time with girls who aren't real. There's just a lot going on in this book and I'm freaking stoked for it. Okay, moving on. The third book I want to talk about and that I want to read in 2022 is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I have yet to read more than Addie LaRue and her middle grade series, but you know, we're not going to talk about it. I'm still in the middle of Vicious. It's been a couple months. Gallant comes out on March 1st. It's about a girl named Olivia. I think there's a school involved. I think it's like dark academia, but with magic also. There are ghouls in this manor. You see how prepared I am for this video? Clearly, V.E. Schwab is an auto-buy author for me. It says The Secret Garden meets Crimson Peak, and it's for readers of Holly Black and Neil Gaiman. A letter invites Olivia to come home to Gallant from Maryland's school for girls, and all she has of her past is her mother's journal. Why does that all just, it's like, I don't even care what happens, it's just all the buzzwords in one thing. So I'm sure y'all have heard of this. I've seen this in like everyone's 22 most anticipated, so there's that. I'm doing great. The next one I definitely want to read. I don't even know the title. I think it's Tokyo Dreaming, the sequel to Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. Okay, yeah, it is Tokyo Dreaming, and the cover is just so cute. So Tokyo Ever After, it might have made it to my top 10 of 2021. I'm not sure yet, just because it holds such a special place in my heart because it was my first buddy read with Jesse, and it's a Japanese princess diaries basically. I'm so glad that it's a series. Honestly, could have been a standalone, but I'm so glad because it was such a cute, like wholesome story. And there was a bad boy cinnamon roll trope going on. There were funny moments. The romance was cute. It wasn't like insta-lovey or anything. It had good discussions about like being Asian in America and like being half Japanese and half American. And then the whole Princess Diaries thing, it was just so cute. I have no idea what happens in the sequel, but if y'all haven't picked up Tokyo Ever After yet and you want like a cute, lighthearted read, go for it. So Tokyo Dreaming comes out May 31st. Damn, that's a long time from now. Sigh. Big sad. Extasia is the next book I want to talk about. Ooh, this one comes out on February 22nd and it's by Claire Legrand, so the author of Sawkill Girls, which I've heard really good things about and I've owned it for so freaking long, but I've yet to read it. I heard that book has like really good rep and stuff too, and it's a really good thriller. But anyway, Extasia. So all I know about this one is that it's witchy. Oh yeah, I did know that. So it says for fans of The Handmaid's Tale and The Grace Year. So I absolutely love The Handmaid's Tale, the show specifically. I've read Handmaid's Tale and The Testaments, and they weren't as good as the show. The Grace Year was pretty good too. I gave it 3 stars. All you must know is that today she will become one of the 4 saints of Haven. The elders will mark her and place the red hood on her head. Oh, not the red hood. Like the cover just got me, and like the dark premise, and for fans of Handmaid's Tale. So we'll find out what this is about together, shall we? She will tell no one of the white-eyed bead. What the fuck was that? The white-eyed beasts that follow her, or the faceless gray woman tall as houses, or the girls she saw kissing in the elm grove. Today she will be a saint of heaven. She will rid of her family of her mother's shame at last and save her people from destruction. She is not afraid, are you? Okay, so such a vague synopsis, which I love. I love going into books blind, which is partly why I'm so bad at synopses. I'm so excited. It's a big girl. It's 496 pages. I'm ready. I'm so ready. The next book came out this year and I've had it since it came out basically, and I haven't gotten to it yet. For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. I think this is like Red Riding Hood meets Beauty and the Beast. It's a YA fantasy and I love fairy tale retellings. I hate that this has deckled edges though. I cannot stand deckled edges. I've also heard mediocre things about this one. I know it took my friend Issa forever to finish this book, and also my supervisor at work. We kind of read the same things sometimes, and she said it was a little too YA for her, so I don't know, we'll freaking see. And I think the second one is called For the Throne, and I think that comes out next year, so hopefully I like it enough to continue the series. A lot of people don't know that it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling too because of the cover, but now you know. The next book I want to read next year is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Okay, most basic freaking thriller cover ever, most basic freaking title, but come on, it's Riley freaking Sager. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, if you haven't read it yet and you like spooky, is it paranormal, is it not type of books. Survive the Night came out this year and it was okay. The ending is what got me to actually enjoy it, but yeah, let me talk about every other book that Riley Sager wrote besides the book that I just mentioned, shall we? God damn, why am I like this? So The House Across the Lake comes out June 21st. God damn, why is it so far away? Yeah, I don't know anything about this. So Casey Fletcher, a recently widowed actress, tries to escape a streak of bad press, has retreated to the peace and quiet of her family's lake house in Vermont. Okay, isolated setting, love to see it. Casey saves Catherine from drowning. The two strike up a budding friendship. I'm not a fan of like friendship stories, really. I don't know why, but yeah, hopefully the twist of this one is good. Better than Survive the Night, because I guessed the twist for Survive the Night from page literally, was it 13 or 26? Something really freaking early. Really have high hopes for this one, even though it's a very basic cover. Like, why? In the process, she uncovers eerie, darker truths that turn a tale of voyeurism and suspicion into a story of guilt, obsession, and how looks can be very deceiving. We love an obsession story, which reminds me I really want to read You Still by Carolyn Kepnes, and I still have to finish season 3 of that show. This is how my brain works. Like, I can't. The 8th book I want to read next year is, where is it? Gothicana by Runix. So I have only heard a couple people talk about this, specifically my friend Sarah from, shoot, what's her Instagram? Caffeine and Pages on Bookstagram. She read this, she said I would love it. I bought this like in July, and all I know is that it's dark academia and it's a dark romance. Is it a dark romance? Am I making this shit up? No, yeah, it's a dark romance because I bought it with Black Sunshine by Karina Halley, and I was like in a dark romance mood. So excited for this one if you haven't heard of it. I contemplated making this a book club pick because it's just so my vibes. The next book I want to read is A Court of Silver Flames. So y'all know, freaking ACOWAR, A Court of Wings and Ruin, it took me months too many months to freaking get through. From like April to November, I think is when I read it. Akamath, same thing. I think it was a little bit short. I think it was like 3 months then. But I still gotta read the little novella because I do own it before I get to this one, but that's like literally 200 pages. So anyway, everyone and their mamas have read this book this year because it came out, what, in January? Everyone says it's the best one because it has really good mental health rep and it's very character driven, which is all what I love in a book. People were iffy about it because it follows Nesta and Cassian, and Nesta was a bitch in all the other books, but I've heard really good things. A lot of my friends say that this is their favorite book of all time, but she chunky, so we'll see how many months this one takes me. The next book I want to read in 2022 is All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. Amanda Foody wrote the, shoot, what's it called? It's not Ace of Spades, Ace of Shades trilogy, and Christine Lynn Herman wrote like Devouring Grey. So it's interesting that they co-authored this book. All I know about this is there's like blood magic involved and there's like a legacy competition thing, and I've heard good things. Isabella from The Feminist Bookworm loved this book and it's one of her favorite YAs of this year. So I'm really excited. I just bought this book, I think last month or something. Definitely an impulse buying. Next book I want to read next year is Only a Monster by, I think it's Vanessa Lynn? Pause. Vanessa Lynn. This one comes out on February 22nd as well. It's one of those where like she didn't know that her family had these powers, blah 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 blah, but in this case her family is a bunch of monsters and I am living for this. So the main girl is sent to live with this family that she knew close to nothing about in London, and then she like meets this boy, gets a job, all this shit, and then she finds out that they're all monsters, and that's really all we need to know. Am I right? This is an anti-hero story, so if you're into that, look into this book because the cover is freaking stunning. I'm so excited that that comes out in February, wow. The next book that I didn't get to in 2021 that I definitely want to read next year is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I wonder why I didn't get to this. Yeah. Christina from Christina's Chapters read this book and was absolutely in love. I'm pretty sure this was her top, like her favorite book of 2021. I know it's sapphic. I know it's about this school that has a bunch of shit going on. Yo, I know nothing. Okay, people die at a school and that's literally any book where that happens. I fucking need it in my life. The only reason I didn't get to it in 2021 is because it's so freaking thick. And my copy is so stiff too. Like I bought this because Books with Chloe bought a floppy ass cover, right? Because it was the Australian edition. And then so I looked on Book Depository and I was like, I want me a floppy copy of this book, and I fucking got it, and my dumbass forgot that Book Depository is based in the UK, and UK editions are always stiff as a fucking brick, and I'm still mad about it. It has cute little illustrations throughout the book too. I'm hoping this is a 5-star read. There's a character named Addie. Here we go. I'm already stressed about that one. The next, oh, I have this book. Okay, the next book I want to read next year is called Tell Me an Ending by Joe Harkin, and I got this arc. This comes out in March 1st. It's like a dystopian story about this like tech company that like erases your memories, and there are 4 friends, and they're not even friends, they're just 4 characters. They're very distinct in their like background information, which is what gets me, because I love when books have multiple perspectives and each character is like easy to distinguish, you know? Like I hate, like in Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, the 4 characters were all like, if I didn't know their names, I would think that they were all the same person, because the only distinguishing quality, trait, whatever about them was their occupation. In this case, you have Finn, who's an Irish architect living in the Arizona desert. He suspects his wife of having an affair. And then you have May, a grad school dropout, and she wonders why she remembers a city that she's never even visited. And then William was a former police inspector in England, struggles with PTSD, the breakdown of his marriage, and his own secret family history. And then Oscar, a young man with almost no memories at all, travels the world in a constant state of fear. And that just sounds like a whole ride. Am I right? I hope I get to it before it actually comes out to stay on top of things, but when am I ever on top of anything? Oh my god, this book has been on my freaking TBR for actual years. A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I really thought I was gonna get to it in October this year, y'all. Yeah, didn't happen. It's just so intimidating because I've heard, so Deborah Harkness is actually a historian, so like all the historical facts I feel like is just not gonna mesh with my lack of brain cells, you know? So, but this is dark academia. I heard the romance is really good. The writing is phenomenal. Also, There are like no top and bottom margins. Like, what the fuck is this? So that's why I've been putting it off for so long, is because I'm intimidated by it. But everyone who's read this that I'm close to has told me that it's like all my vibes. Obviously there's witches. I think there are werewolves and vampires too, but I could be wrong. But it's set in Oxford. The main character is a descendant of witches. I need to read this book. And you should definitely look up trigger warnings before going into this book. I'm so ready for it. I really want to film like a snake themed vlog, and I've been planning it since literally this summer. I just haven't gotten around to it, and I need to read it. Same with, not to add it onto this list, but Kingdom of the Wicked I need to get to for fucking real. Because Kingdom of the Cursed I heard is like absolutely amazing, so I gotta get my shit together. Book number 16 is The Grimrose Girls by Laura Pohl. So Sourcebooks Fire actually sent this to me, so thank you so much. I'm so excited for this. I'm definitely gonna read this for one of our rounds of Sapphic-a-thon. If you didn't know, Jesse and I host this monthly readathon where you read Sapphic books for 24 hours basically. And this is not only Sapphic, but it has trans rep, it has demi rep, it has murder at a school, and these 4 girls like investigate these murders, and they find out that these murders are based on ancient fairy tale curses. And I was like, are you kidding? Why have I been putting this off? Yeah, I'm actually really stoked for this one because I know this is a 5-star prediction for sure. Number 17, The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. This one comes out on March 15th. So I never read the synopsis of this. I just put it on my TBR because I just read The Broken Girls for my book club, and I've read The Sundown Motel, and I really like Simone St. James's writing. This one also has her classic dual timeline situation. This one's set in Oregon. How do y'all say that state name? Kevin, how do you say Oregon? Oregon. Okay. Orangutan. I know a girl from Oregon, and I think she says it like Oregon. Ew, it just sounds wrong now. Oh, not him Googling. Anyway, it's set in 1977 and also 2017, and there are murders, and it's a thriller. They meet regularly at Beth's mansion, though Shay is never comfortable there. Items move when she's not looking, and she could swear she's... Oh no! Okay, so it's like, I'm guessing it's another, is it paranormal, is it not? Oregon? Okay. Thanks. We're gonna move on. The next book I want to read in 2022 is A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. Oh my freaking god, the regret I felt when I read the synopsis after I didn't put it in my box for Book of the Month this month. Unreal. So this is magical realism, but also a thriller, and I've heard such good things about it. I think it already came out. I don't know if it was an early. So Shane Earnshaw wrote The Wicked Deep, and also I think Winterwood. Okay, yeah, so this one came out December 7th. So there are missing people in this reclusive community. Unraveling the mystery of what happened reveals secrets that Theo, his wife Calla, and her sister Bee keep from one another. Secrets that prove their perfect, isolated world isn't as safe as they believed, and that darkness takes many forms. One of the main characters is an author of dark, macabre children's books. The main guy is led to a place many believe to be only a legend. It just sounds so good. I feel like the synopsis doesn't do it justice. Like, I've seen people review this book, so I'm just convinced that this one's also gonna be 5 stars for me. I'm so mad that I didn't pick it for my December pick because I probably would have read it by now. LOL, probably not. The cover didn't intrigue me, so that's why I didn't pick it, but I'm really excited for that one. We're almost done. 4 more. Next book I want to read next year, because I didn't get to it this year. Also for my October TBR. The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. I've heard mixed things about this one. I really like that it has short chapters, but this family moves to this new house and the little boy starts seeing shit. And I heard it's similar to Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. So if you're into that, you'll probably like this book, but I don't know anything. I just know like dolls are involved, kids are involved, and both of those things creep me the fuck out. And I really like this cover. Number 20 on this list is another Sarah J Maas book, Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. House of Sky and Breath comes out next year, so I'm hoping I love this one as much as everyone else does. Again, super thick one, so I hope I get to it. I heard the world building is just phenomenal, but also usually when a world is super complex, it's hard for me to wrap my head around. So I'm just hoping for the best for this one, but I know it's an urban fantasy and there are like all these creatures like werewolves and fae and whatever. The main character is half fae, half human. There's like a whole mystery aspect and everyone literally loves this book, so I don't know how long this is gonna take me. Like, I'm actually freaking scared, but we'll see. The next book I want to read next year is Book of Night by Holly Black. I have yet to read The Cruel Prince or anything by Holly Black, I think, but this one sounded so good. I don't think it comes out until like halfway through the year though. So this one comes out May 3rd, and it's a modern dark fantasy of shadowy thieves and secret societies in the vein of Ninth House and the Night Circus. Ooh, the Night Circus is another one I really want to read next year. Damn it. Too many books, not enough time. In Charlie Hall's world, shadows can be altered for entertainment and cosmetic preferences, but also to increase power and influence. You can alter someone's feelings and memories, but manipulating shadows has a cost, with the potential to take hours or days from your life. Does that not sound intriguing as fuck? Stop. And then a con artist. Oh my god, I love, ever since I read the 1000th Floor series by Catherine McGee, I loved books with con artists in them, especially if it's like a mother-daughter duo. I don't know, I tried reading The Girls I've Been by Emma some shit, but I think I want to read it physically because the audiobook was not it for me. But anyway, also manipulating like memories and feelings and stuff. That's another favorite trope of mine, is like things with memories and shit. So wow, I'm so excited. And then the last thing I have on this list is kind of cheating, but I'll link it down below, but all the series that I said that I wanted to read in 2021. I have a video that names all of them, and I haven't gotten to a single book from any of those series. So fuck my life. But yeah, like I want to finish Crooked Kingdom because I read Six of Crows this year. I want to finish the Cursebreakers trilogy because I've had A Vow So Bold and Deadly since January, since it came out, literally the week it came out. I was so excited for it. Like, why haven't I gotten to it? And like the Raven Boys series, the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series by, what's her face? Laini Taylor. Why was I blanking on that? All of V.E. Schwab series. Like, I just want to get to them all. So those are my hopes for 2022. Let me know down below which ones you're most excited for. If you made it to the end of this video, Kevin, pick an emoji. Put the peace sign emoji down below. It works because it's 2022 and the 22nd and 2020. Wait, what? 22 books?
What are you going on about?
Because it's 2. Whatever, put the peace sign emoji down below if you made it to the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all had a great day. Merry Christmas and Merry everything and happy always. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!